Hey guys, Alex and Dad from 7th Hour Films back again with Doctor Who. Last time around we had The Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon. What were those about?
I vaguely remember an astronaut shooting the doctor, and that's literally all I can remember at this point. We closed out our last show of the season, and it went off of daylight savings time, so my brain is completely fried.
So, the Doctor was killed by a astronaut from the 1969 Apollo missions. However, River, Amy, and Rory went back to the diner that they were, where they met the Doctor, and it turns out he's still alive, except he's not. That's a past version of the Doctor, and the one that died is from 200 years in his future. And then they go to find a guy named Kenton Everett Delaware III, who was working for President Nixon in 1969. And essentially what they find out is that the entire human civilization for 10,000 years has been controlled by these creatures known as the Silence, that essentially, every time you look at them, once you look away from them, they are erased from your memory. But they can sort of, suggest things, and then you do it, even if you've forgotten what they are. And essentially, a lot of hijinks ensued over 2 episodes. And what it resulted in is the plan to drive out the Silence was to insert a small clip into the broadcast of the moon landing, where Neil Armstrong, he's coming down, he says, "That's one small step for man," and it cuts into the Silence, saying, "You should kill us all on sight." Cuts out, back to Neil, one giant leap for mankind. And thus, everyone, they forget that the Silence exists, but every time they now see one, they will kill it. So,
I must have looked at them and then looked away because I forgot most of that.
Yeah, so. And then, at the end, there was also a whole thing about, Amy might be pregnant. She might not be pregnant. Even the TARDIS is like, I can't tell if she's pregnant or not. So things are going on there, and they were wondering, because the Doctor doesn't know who set them all up to do all of this. He doesn't know that it's himself because he can't know that he dies in his future. So at the end, he was basically like, well, we could go figure it out, or we could just go screw around. And so that's what we've got now for this episode. So we're back to our one-off adventures.
And I'm seeing Amy in a pirate hat.
Yeah, the menu of for this disc of the DVDs has Amy in a pirate outfit, and I mean I can't not say that it has to do with this episode. So
it's called The Curse of the Black Spot, and the Black Spot is a infamous, somewhat, story from pirate lore. So.
Yeah. So, but honestly, in that getup, she looks like she could just walk onto the set of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So,
other than what looks to be a plaid flannel shirt, which I don't think a lot of pirates wore.
Probably not. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll get into this in the episode, but she just grabs a jacket and a hat at some point. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. Next week we are going to be rewatching The Doctor's Wife, and I'm going to put this out there to basically kick my butt into gear. Next week we'll also have the Torchwood video, because there's no reason I can't get it out next week. So we've just got 2 more episodes to record, so we'll finish that, and that will be out next week with the rewatch of The Doctor's Wife, and then that'll be that, and I can stop talking about Torchwood. Which would be nice. So,
now, did I hear someone or think someone said there's a season 4?
There is a season 4 of Torchwood,
but we're not going to watch it.
I mean, we can. Do you want to?
Well, at this point,
most people don't care for that season.
Okay,
it's very Americanized. Like it's co-produced by Starz, and it's just the gang going to America and doing all this stuff. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was just goofy, but now, having gone through Torchwood again, there is a part of me that's like, I don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But, I mean, we could. It's either that or we start doing the Sarah Jane Adventures which more people would want us to do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for completionist sake, we could do Torchwood season 4, but maybe we could take a break from Torchwood for a little while. And then actually after that, there is a spin-off in the 12th Doctor's era. It's called Class. I haven't heard great things about it. I also just never watched it. I just never bothered. It only got one season. I think it was only 10 episodes, and I just never bothered watching it, and now it's just kind of become a joke that I haven't watched it, so maybe we'll watch that. There's also another spin-off coming out pretty soon, actually. A spin-off to the 15th Doctor's era.
I think I've heard of this.
Yes, it's called The War Between the Land and the Sea. And after rewatching Torchwood, I could not care less about a new spin-off to Doctor Who. But, again, maybe we could watch that. Obviously, when we get there.
Now, again, did I hear something or read something that it's about the Silurians or the Sea Devils?
Yeah, it's something about, like, UNIT versus the Sea Devils or something. Okay. I mean, I'm going to be honest, when that was pitched as the idea, it's like, oh, it's going to be, UNIT versus the Sea Devils, I thought, I don't care. And especially after watching Torchwood, I'm like, oh, I really don't care about a spin-off.
Okay.
But when we get there, we could watch that. I don't know. It might be a good palate cleanser after season 15, but that's another story entirely.
Yeah, I hear Disney Plus is ending their association with BBC.
Yes, they have. They had basically finished up their contract, and so it was just kind of left open whether or not they were going to continue with the partnership or not. And they basically were just like, we're just going to bow out now, which is probably good because it means the BBC can come up with plans now of how they want to move forward with the show. And Christmas 2026, we're getting the next new episode of Doctor Who. And so I have about a year to get some alcohol because I'm probably going to need it for when that comes back. And I should also say, probably by the time the new season 16 starts up, we're probably going to be caught up with Doctor Who, Yeah. So at that point, which I guess we could put this up to the comments, even though it's a little ways off, how would you like us to do that? Because there's the obvious answer of, well, the two of us just watch the new Doctor Who episodes. However, there's the second option, which is slightly better algorithmically, which is I watch Doctor Who, and then the next week after that, you watch Doctor Who, and we just split it up into multiple episodes, and I get more watch time out of all of you. It's not that helpful because that does not help in terms of monetization because the BBC takes all the money from these videos anyway, but it's a fun idea. So let us know if you want to do that or not. And yeah. Anyhow.
All right. Now, Curse of the Black Spot, 2010, 2011?
2011.
And when did Curse of the Black Pearl come out?
It's like 2005 or 6.
Okay. So this is not a direct reaction to that, but probably capitalizing on the incredible popularity of the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
or as it actually should be called, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as good.
But that's the actual pronunciation. I used to tell that to my world history students, and they didn't like that either. It's Caribbean.
I mean...
No, it's Caribbean.
Well, the place is called the Caribbean. But the movies... I mean, because, you could imagine a pirate being dumb and just being like, it's Caribbean. And it's just like... No, that was a joke in Dead Man's Chest where they were talking about the pronunciation of Kraken. And it was like the big guy and the skinny dude with the one eyeball, and they were talking about it's like I've always heard it pronounced Kraken, and it's just like that's not how it is. It's just like it's closer to the original Dutch or something. It's like, what are you talking about? So it's like I could see that being a joke in Pirates of the Caribbean. So, but yeah, it's like it's separate, but tomato. Does anyone say a tomato though? Does anyone actually say that?
Yes, the British do.
I guess they do. So, I guess they would because they're
a tomato sandwich.
Tomato sandwich.
He doesn't eat tomatoes.
I don't. So
he'll eat ketchup. literally on anything, but won't eat tomatoes.
Well, to be fair, I haven't tried a tomato in like 20 years or something. I don't know. So I don't know. I guess I don't actually have an opinion on it that heavily because I can't think of it. But I don't put ketchup on a burger. I only have ketchup with fries or tots or something like that. So my burgers are pretty plain, just the meat, the cheese, and the bun. So, but it has to have cheese. If it doesn't have, if it's just meat and bun, that's a little that's not enough. So,
yes, let's not go into Alex's eating habits.
Well, look,
if it doesn't contain white carbs, he doesn't eat it.
It's not that I don't eat it. It's just that those happen to be the tastiest things. Okay, so I am trying new things because there's a part of me that's like I don't really have an opinion on this that isn't 15 years or older. So let me try something new.
What do you eat for breakfast every morning?
Fruit Loops and a Nutri-Grain bar.
Every morning, Fruit Loops.
Sometimes I switch to Pop-Tarts. Okay.
Ooh.
But I mean, it's just I don't know. I see other YouTubers that are just like I don't eat breakfast just at all, and they just wait for lunch. So I think it's slightly better than that. So, but I'm willing to try new things. Now that said, I have tried eggs within the past 5 years. I just did not care for them. So it's just I don't know. And I guess it was just one type of egg. It was like a scrambled egg, but it's just I don't know. I didn't care for it, so I guess we could get going.
Might as well.
Yeah, we're not talking about anything anymore, and it's been like 12 minutes, so we should get moving. So
Cortez's gold. I'm reading a book right now where one of the episodes is with the sirens.
Yo ho ho!
What?
Or does nobody actually say that?
eh.
A cutlass.
And a hat. Oh. I didn't even realize they locked away all the swords, so none of them get cut. Ugh.
She charms all her victims with that song. Oh, great. So put my fingers in my ears. That's your plan. Doctor, come on, let's go. Let's get back to the,
Ugh. So enchanting. Ugh.
Sorry, but he is spoken for.
Oh, jeez.
She's been hunting us ever since we were becalmed, picking off the injured.
Like a shark. A shark can smell blood.
Okay, just like a shark in a dress and singing and green. A green singing shark in an evening gown.
The ship is cursed!
Yeah, right. She wants blood. Why does she want blood?
What were you saying about leaving the cursed ones behind?
It's okay, we're safe down here. No curse is getting through 3 solid inches of timber.
Oh.
And then again, I could be wrong.
Hello again. My ship, it can sail us all away from here. You and me, we fetch it. Let's go.
You're not the captain here, remember?
Wheel. Atom accelerator.
It steers the thing.
No, sort of. Yes.
Wheel, telescope, astrolabe, compass. A ship's a ship.
He's your captain, a naval officer. You're honor bound to do as he tells you.
Honor bound. Do you know what kind of ship this is? Do you know what your father does?
Don't listen to him, Toby.
No honor among
We
thieves.
sail under the black flag. The Jolly Roger.
The professionals do it. Stuck. Not responding.
Becalmed?
Yeah, apparently, that's new. You had to gloat, didn't you?
I'm not gloating.
That's what happened just now. Ha ha, his ship is run. The TARDIS can't see. It's sulking because it thinks the space doesn't exist. Without a plane to lock onto, we're not going anywhere.
I'm confused.
Yeah, well, it's a big club. We should get T-shirts. She's had a little salt, now she's heading for the full-on screaming tantrum. Can you fix it?
That's not normally how it goes.
Okay. I was wrong. Please ignore all my theories up to this point.
What, again?
We're all in danger.
It's an ongoing process.
Water's not how she's getting in.
Toby! Toby!
I just like, spit on it a bunch.
Yes, I know. Very bad luck to break it. But look at it this way. There's a stroppy, homicidal mermaid trying to kill all.
How much worse can things get?
Yup. Help me like this, plot out.
Where are we taking it?
The ocean?
No.
Eh.
This is the treasure of the Mogul of India.
Oh, good. For a moment there, I thought it was yours.
Can we just put it all in a room and come back for it later?
Oh, look at it.
What made you do it? What made you turn pirate?
Get some sleep now.
It's really fun.
A lot of the pirates are actually paid by the crown.
Doing fine. Just stay calm.
It's probably fine.
Mount the sail!
Just what we need.
To the rigging, you dogs! Let go the sail! I'm on deck!
What does that mean in English?
The bandit of the sack of the clues!
I swear he's making half this stuff up!
We're gonna need some kind of phrase,
Imagine you're an actor who's been doing Doctor Who, and they tell you you're going to be in the middle of a thunderstorm on a pirate ship.
All that water on the set.
Rats was all I could hear!
Well, that was a huge gamble.
Oh yeah. You gotta hope it doesn't destroy you.
There are lots of different universes nested inside each other. Now and again they collide and you can step from one to the other.
Okay, I understand.
Good, because it's not like that at all, but if that helps.
Thanks.
All the reflect. Have a look in a mirror and think you're seeing a whole other world. Well, this time it's not an illusion.
Yeah, I watched Blue's Clues as a kid.
Human bacteria.
What?
A virus from our planet. Airborne, travelling through the portal. That's what killed it, didn't get its jabs.
Eh.
Oh, look.
What is it?
Sneeze. Alien bogies.
Thanks.
Gives a whole new meaning for me for Colonel Bogey's March.
Amy, stop. Don't interfere. Don't touch him. Anesthetic tissue samples, screen, sterile working conditions. Ignore all my previous theories.
Yeah, well, we stopped paying attention a while back.
She's not a killer at all. She's a doctor.
A hologram.
Meh.
A virtual doctor able to sterilize a whole room.
Able to burn your face off.
She's just an interface seeped through the join between the planes, broadcast in our world. Protein
EMH.
circuitry means you can...
I'm a nurse.
What?
I can teach you how to save me.
Oh, hold on.
I was drowning, you just have to resuscitate me.
Just...
I've seen them do it loads of times in films. CPR, the kiss of life.
Rory, this isn't a film, okay? What if I...
This isn't
do it
fiction,
wrong?
Rory.
You won't. Of course, if you muck it up, I am going to be really cross. And dead.
Again.
Please, wake up. Please. Wake up.
Oh, good. Made it. We're still adding that to the tally of how many times he's died.
He should have spit up a lot of water there.
Eh. Her technique was awful, too.
Pirates of the Milky Way.
Now we're space pirates!
Haven't we already seen that episode?
Oh, yeah. Alrighty.
Now, just to top everything off here. You know, we always talk about characters in episodes that would make great companions. Now, I realize he's a 17th century pirate, but he learned very quickly.
Yeah.
And it would be interesting, kind of like Jamie McCrimmon. It was roughly the same time. A little bit, maybe a little bit later. Maybe a little bit earlier. I can't remember exactly when Jamie was. But to get somebody like that on board who, kind of like Ian, knew a little bit about fighting and techniques and sailing and all that would have been an interesting character to add in.
Well, they get to be space pirates. I mean, they're probably not even going to be pirates because most of them are confined to the ship. They can't do anything. He's the only one that really can. It's like the reverse of Davy Jones. He's the only one that can go ashore. The crew has to stay behind on the ship. So, but yeah, this is the Curse of the Black Spot. I don't know how many people actually like this episode. It's interesting. It certainly does not resolve the way I thought it would. Again, would have liked to have seen some actual connection to the sirens of ancient Greek mythology. To ever turn out to be an emergency medical hologram was kind of weird. Well,
and again, why can't she talk? I mean, yes, she's an EMH, but she should be able to talk to patients.
yeah.
I mean, I understand how some people would not rank this up there with, others in the first season or even in this second season here of the 11th Doctor. But, I mean, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, yeah.
I don't think it lived up to its initial potential, but, it was enjoyable.
Yeah. I guess if anything, the siren... I mean, she's sophisticated. She knows some things, but she's not a full replacement for a doctor, which is kind of the same thing with the EMH on Voyager, where it's just like, well, the EMH is very much for very specific things, but because Voyager loses their doctor in the first episode, he has to evolve so far past his programming in order just to complete these assignments, basically, to treat his patients. And whereas with here, it's like, I guess technically the same thing should apply, but it's just there isn't that, ability to grow. I mean, she doesn't even know how to heal the patients, which that's also kind of the one thing where I'm just kind of like, okay, but can the doctor not heal them? I mean, half of them just have like cuts, so like most of them should be fine. I guess the biggest one is just Toby. It's like, well, yeah, typhoid. I guess he might not be able to do anything about that, but even then, I guess it's just because, like, well, you saved Rory from drowning. Most of them just have cuts. It's like, I don't know. It seems like, it honestly seems like the doctor could even reprogram her to, like, sort of iron out a lot of the flaws that she has. So, I don't know. It's strange. So
now, before I forget, I had mentioned I'm reading a book now that had an episode with the original Greek sirens. I would highly recommend, if you're into this genre, there's an author named Kevin Hearn. I read his Iron Druid Chronicles. It's like 9 or 10 books. He now has a new series, Ink and Sigil, Paper and Blood, and now Candle and Crow. Very funny. Very, very funny author who likes to mix the humor in with the Fae, the fairies of Scotland and Ireland and Wales and England. And again, fascinating writer. I'm really enjoying it. This is now the 12th or 13th book of his that I read. The Iron Druid Chronicles, I got introduced because I read the Kill the Farm Boy trilogy, which was Kevin Hearn writing with Delilah Lawson. So you can look those up on your own, but I highly recommend all of them.
And if you like pirates, I recommend One Piece. That's really all I've got. Sort of reader discretion. It's long. It's been running for 20 years and is still going. The author intends to wrap it up soon, but there is about 1,200 chapters of it. And also, if you're thinking, well, should I watch the anime? Don't watch the anime. Not that it's bad, but most of it, like a lot of it, screams this is an anime that started 20 years ago. There is so much filler. It does not work. If you're going to get into One Piece, read the manga. Or watch the Netflix show that is just like 8 episodes and they're like much more concise. But that only gets you through like a certain point in the story. But
Is Richard Epcar one of the voices in One Piece? Can't remember.
Could be somewhere. I don't know. One Piece is long. It's very, very long.
Yeah, for those of you who are into anime, Richard Epcar, very famous voice actor, does a lot of that stuff. I went to college with him, did a couple of shows.
He's for the anime fans out there, of which I'm sure there are a few that are watching the video, but he's also the voice of old Joseph Joestar in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So that doesn't have pirates. I think. There might have been an episode with a pirate somewhere.
And if any of you are fans, I may have mentioned this before, of the regular show, Rigby the Raccoon is voiced by William Salyers, who is another young man who is somebody that I've either been on stage with or directed several times in the past. long, long ago.
Anyway, so that's your reading homework. How many books did you just recommend?
Now there's about 15 if you count the Kill the Farm Boy trilogy.
And I've recommended like over 100 volumes of One Piece, so you've got your work cut out for you. We expect book reports by the end of the month. Thank you. Actually, and by the time this goes out, you're not going to have that long, so...
Now, again, production values. Great looking ship. You know, they probably borrowed that from Disney. Or, I don't know, maybe the BBC has their own supply of pirate ships.
Maybe. You never know when they're going to need to make a show about pirates. Yeah. So,
again, it's a great looking episode. It's just that it seems to me that they squandered the opportunity to have the siren not be an EMH, but an actual siren from the Greek god pantheon. And that, again, they could somehow tie that all in together, again, with the same sort of thing, that the sirens weren't trying to lure the sailors to their death. They were trying to save them because the pirates were going to die. I mean, it's just, there was an opportunity there that I think was so obvious. And maybe that's why they didn't do it, because they thought it would be too obvious.
I mean, it's definitely like well, we want to do a pirate episode. Okay, well, what's big with pirates? And it's like, okay, well, there's the Black Spot, and then there's the Sirens. And it's like, okay, but how do we make that Doctor Who? And, of course, the big question, how do we make that aliens? Because it's got to be aliens in every single one. So it's like, okay, well, like, why, what is the Black Spot? How do you get there? And just like, making it, it's like, well, that appears because of the injury. And it's like, well, then it's like, well, she could be hunting them, hunting off the sick or the weak or injured and stuff. But it's like, well, maybe she's actually an ambulance, essentially, And it's just like, so I can see, like, kind of keeping it that simple to have this, pirate siren story. So,
see, all the elements were there. It just didn't seem like they took complete use of the story that they set up.
Well, yeah. So,
we didn't really talk a lot, so
yeah. It's like I look back at my notes and I was like, there's not much to talk about with this one. So, another Rory death. He got better though. So it's it really has become. I mean, I know that's the joke on South Park. Is they killed Kenny. That is definitely Rory for these seasons of Doctor Who. It's just like ridiculous how many times they kill Rory. So, but got better. So,
He turned me into a newt. Huh? I got better.
I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, I did like Captain Avery. I like how he immediately can recognize, the TARDIS as a ship. Once he gets in there, it's like, oh, okay, they're very different, but it's very, it has all the hallmarks of a ship.
Yeah.
So, and it's just like, well, and then at the end, it's like, well, if he can steer it, it's just like, and if he can navigate, it works. So, hopefully there's like a EPH, an emergency pilot hologram, in case, and maybe an EEH, an emergency engineer hologram, in case something goes wrong. It is a little irresponsible to just put 17th century pirates on a spaceship and be like, you got it, it's the wheel, good luck. It's like, what if literally anything happens? They don't really know what to do about that. So, but I guess it does kind of stand to reason that maybe there are other holograms on the ship that could help out, but we only just saw the siren because it was treating the crew for these illnesses. And that's just the thing. It's like, oh well, what did the crew die from? Human bacteria. That's it. They don't have any resistance to that. So
that's very War of the Worlds.
Yeah. War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. Have you heard of this movie?
No.
They put out a new movie, a new version of War of the Worlds starring Ice Cube, and it is now being declared one of the worst movies ever made. We gotta watch it sometime. It's essentially like Ice Cube just on Zoom calls with people, and like he like sees destruction that's happening on a computer monitor, and he's just like making random reactions to it for an hour and a half. It's so bad. They filmed it during the pandemic, but it is being declared one of the worst movies of all time. So we got to watch that at some point. So
sounds like another Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all I got.
I got nothing.
Yeah. So I don't know. The discussion might have been a little short, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I'll be curious how long the actual reaction part of this ends up, because for the last video, both of those segments of the episodes got around 15 minutes, and the BBC really didn't like that, so I had to really cut those down to about 7 or 8 minutes each. So really, if you guys want to go see the full length on that, there is some extra stuff in there, but yeah, it was a bit frustrating to have to go in and re-edit that. And now we're going to this episode, and it's probably going to be 7 to 8 minutes naturally. So that's basically it. We got to go do some Torchwood now. So we'll see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of our modern Doctor Who reactions, as well as another playlist for every Doctor Who video that's on the channel. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.